Hi all, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk about a shipping course I produced. So I get a lot of questions about shipping. How do I save money? How do I make sure that the plate ends up with my trade partner or the person I sell it to in one piece? Everything down to shipping materials and all that. So I put together a course and it's going to live on my Ko-fi page to sell. To help the museum out, so I'll go to sponsoring the mini meets, or if there's such a big a demand, it'll flow into making the cabin fever edition one cheaper. And if that flows over, I'll go into whatever general fundraising we're doing, like the undated fund right now. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. I talked about like custom shipping materials and free materials, and if you're really selling and trading a lot, this course is going to pay for itself if you're shipping right to the post office and not doing anything else. And even if you're not shipping hundreds of packages, this course will eventually pay off, either financially or not having a missing package because you went through all the steps I do, or not having a mint package because sometimes it gets a little rough in the post office, right? So I even talk about things that you might not think about, like, hey, if you run a business or a museum, make sure you have a little handout in your packages. It's something small, like I put swag in there. I also have swag hobby cards, and other things I put in are like Dairyland information, museum information, mine information, hobby or business cards. So yeah, I think it's something that will help a lot of people. It's just the information that's not readily available. There's I don't want to say scams, but there's people who will pay for access to shipping companies to get discounts, and guess what? They're free ones that are better, much better. People are afraid of trying to get all the information in the computer. Well, the one I suggest is very easy, and most of the time there's an autofill feature, which is even better for someone who's dyslexic like me. So yeah. Please check that out. If you have any questions, let me know. Like I said, it'll be up on my Ko-fi page. Also on my Ko-fi page is all my swag. It's going through a little price changing thing, so it's going to be much cheaper. It's going to be one price for everything, in person or online. Just makes it easier in my mind, and hopefully that'll since I'm lowering the price, it'll kick off a little bit more, so it will help go to the donation fund for either a souvenir plates if people still want them, or if no one does, maybe that'll just be kicked into the undated fund, or dated 11 fund. Anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. You know how to get a hold of me. And actually, that's not going to be my only course I produce. I'm finishing up another one on basically how do I take a plate and assess it for cost and sellability, and it's really good for buyers too. So basically, you can figure out how much your plate is worth, what it's worth on certain markets, what certain markets cost. Like, hey, how much does it cost to sell on eBay versus Facebook versus a swap meet versus a local meet versus independent meet. So a whole bunch of factors. But that'll be up there soon too, because unfortunately I am shutting down my consignment business at the end of the year, and I keep hearing, hey, will you do this for me? I'm like, well, I'm in transition, and this is the next step, which will be up there by the end of the year. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.